Okay, this is going to be a video on curve fitting for Algebra 1. Okay, using the quadratic curve of best fit, here is your data. As a reminder, the way you make the curve fitting equation, it's y, the little curvy sign, ax1 squared plus bx1 plus c. Okay, and so you want to have this down because this is going to help you. Okay, so we're going to go into Desmos. We hit the little plus, we hit the table. All right, 0 and 3, 2 and 12, 4 and 26, 6 and 48, 8 and 29, 10 and 14. Okay, and I go down here and I put my y1, ABC, little curved thing, AX1, and then you can use this button for squared, plus BX1 plus C. Okay, all right. And now what you want to do is zoom out a little bit so you can see it. Okay, all right, so here's my equation. All right, I can write y equals negative 1.12 x squared plus 1307 x, all right, minus 2.14. So this is your A, this is your B. Notice that's in front of x, that's in front of x squared, and this is your standalone number. Okay. Now, here's sort of the new thing we're doing. What is the y value when x is 7? So, what I want to do is all I got to do is drag this till I find where x is 7. All right, x is 7 right there. Okay, 34.2. Okay, find the y value when x is 7. 34.2. Pretty easy. Okay, find the x value when y is 0. So what I'm going to look for is where y is 0. So I'm going to drag this, okay, and I'm going to get down to where y is 0. I got 11.45. Now, what you have to check for is if there's another value where y is 0. Okay, all right. So y is also 0 at 0.16. Okay, so when you're checking y values, check for both. Okay, the x values, there's only going to be one. Y values, there's going to be multiple ones. Why? Because you're going to have something on both sides of the U shape. Okay, now when you get to word problems, you know, you're probably predicting things, so you don't have to worry about that as much. Okay, all right, so let's go do another one. Okay, so here's my data, here's my x, here's my y. All right, let's go and do another one here. We got to come up with the equation first. So table, okay, negative 2, 50, negative 1, 37, 0, 24, 1 and 12, 3 and 30, 5 and 46. Okay, now I got to type in the equation. y1, curves thing, ax1, and I use that for squared, plus bx1 plus c. Okay, all right, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I can see it. All right, my equation is right here. All right, y equals 2.54 x squared minus 7.09 or 90x plus 24.09. Okay. All right. Find x when y is 73. So when I'm finding y, when I'm finding multiple things, okay. All right. So it's probably not finding x. Okay. When I'm checking the y value, I'm checking the y value at 73. So I want to drag this till it's 73. All right, so when I do that, I get about 6.21. So the y values, all I gotta do is check for 2 of them, all right? And I'll go on the other side of the U shape. All right, so what am I looking for? 73. Okay. All right, 73 is pretty close to negative 3.1. Okay, so those are good estimates. All you gotta do is be close. All right, finding the x value of 11. Okay. All right, finding the x value of 11. I have to zoom out a little bit. All right, until I find the x value of 11. Scrolling. Yep, there it is. 2245.28. Okay, 245.28. Okay. So when you're checking the y values, you got to check twice. All right. Let's do one more together. Okay. Here's my x. Here's my y. All right. Cancel out my table. I got my table of 1 and 14, 2 and 3, 3 and negative 5, all right, 4 and negative 7, 5 and negative 6, 6 and 4. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my y1 curve thing, ax1 squared plus bx1 plus c. Okay, I might zoom in for this one. Okay, so this is what I got. So I got y equals 2.51 x squared. What's the b value? Negative 19.888 x plus 31.9. All right, so find when x is 10. What's the y? Okay, x is 10. Might have to zoom out for this. X is 10 and x is 10, almost there. 84.86. 84.86. Find x when y is 26. So I gotta check for 2. Check twice. Okay. All right. 26 for y. All right. 26 for y. I'm about 7.58. Yeah, about 7.58 is fine. Close enough. And then let's check for the other one where it's 26. All right, 0.31. Okay. All right. So I would like you to go ahead and in your Go formative or pause your video and go ahead and work on these two. Okay. So what I got here is the table. All right, 2.5, 3.14, 4.27, 5.46. 6.30, 7.18. Oh, whoops. I'll click down here. Got my y1. Curve bracket. Ax 1 squared plus bx1 plus c. Okay. All right. So I got y equals negative 3.94 x squared. 39 point, what is it, minus 39.28? No, positive. Positive 39.28 x minus 62.04. All right. You got to check this twice. You want to find where y is 1. Okay. All right, so I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. Y is 1, about 7.94. All right, so if I check this side, I want to come over here to find the other y, place where it's 1. About 2.01. Okay, find where x is 12. Okay, find where x is 12. And that's going to be down here. I'm going to have to zoom out for this. Oh man, really far out for that. Zoom where x is 12. 12 would be about negative 161.08. Okay. All right, now we're going to try this one. Okay, go ahead and pause. This is your x, this is your y. All right. Oh, I want that one. Okay, clear that out. Table. All right, negative 4 and 50. Negative 2 and 20. 0 and 5. 2 and 18. 4 and 51. I'm going to zoom in so I can see a little bit better. Okay, I got y, 1, curve bracket, a x 1 squared plus b x 1 plus c. Okay, so I got 2.75 x squared plus 0x plus 6.8. Okay, so check where y is 120. I'm going to check this twice. All right, so where is y 120? I'm going to have to zoom out for this. Okay, y is 120 at about 6.43. And then where is y? I'm going to check this other side of 120. Negative 6.41. About that. Okay, find where x is 14. Okay, where x is 14. I have to zoom way out for this. 14, geez, keep going. There we go. 14, x being 14 would be about 550.43. Now remember, all of this stuff is an estimate, all right? None of this is overly that accurate because it's all just a curve of best fit. Okay, now, let's get involved in the word problems, okay? Using the quadratic curve of best fit. Baseball's hit at a Nats game. Time is that. Height is that, okay? Now, this is where you got to sort of, this is going to be your x, this is going to be your y. Now, this is where you got to sort of use a little bit of logic, okay? All right? You want to avoid, all right, in the logical things, you want to avoid the concept of negative x values, okay? Real life problems, a lot of things don't have negative x values. So I'm going to start by just making the table again. All right. So I got 0, 7. Okay. 0.5. 21. I'm going to zoom in. Okay. 160. 1.5. 150. Okay, then I got 225, then 2.5, 175, then I got 3 and 75, and then I got 4 and 30. Same deal. I want to start with the y, 1 with a, whoops, cancel that out. 30, come on, Strevens. Y1, curve bracket, AX1 squared plus BX1 plus C. Okay, that's what I got. Okay, now, I don't need to worry about the equation. I gotta understand what are they asking me for. Okay, so they give you, all right, height of 0. So they give y being 0. That means you have to find x, okay? Now, this is where, all right, you're obviously not going to take this, all right? The y of 0 you're going to put right there at 4.13, all right? All right, why is there only 1? Because in real life, okay, that's how long it takes to get to the height of 0, okay? That's the idea. How high is the ball in seconds? So what is the time? That's time. So they gave x, you got to find y. Okay, so it's I got 3.5 for x. So 3.5 for x will be, I'm going to have to zoom out for this. 3.5 for x, the height will be 84.44. 84.44. So you gotta look at what they gave you. So here they gave me x, okay? Here they gave y, okay? So that's all you have to do is figure out that in order to solve it, okay? No need to write the equation, all right? Let's say they use a quadratic curve, months in the price of gas. So once again, this is your x, this is your y, okay? All right? You'll probably leave this table here. Let's see if we're able to. Nah, they weren't able to do it. Okay. You could sometimes sub out. If you want to, you can just take out the table every time and leave the equation. I'll show you that on the next one. All right, it's going to save some time in the video. All right, load that in there, 3.25. Load that in there, 279. Load that in there, 4 and 260. And then load that in there, 5 and 271. Okay, load this in there, that's $6 and $3.18. I'm going to zoom in, okay. All right, I got y1, curve thing, a x1 squared plus b x1 plus c. Okay, let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Okay, all right. So it says how much is gas in month 10? So what is month 10? This is x. All right, so I want to find y. So they give. So I want to find where x is 10. So x is 10 right there. $6.50. Hopefully that would not be the case. Okay. When is gas at $4 a gallon? Okay. So what I want to look at is when is gas 4. So what is that? This is y. So I got to find x. Okay. So my y is 4. Okay. So I want to do that till y is 4. All right. So that's about 7.6 months. Okay. Now you can check the other one to see where it's 4, but once again, you're at 4 way back into here. Okay. So you only really need one answer for the actual word problems. Okay. All right. So that's how you do that. Let's see. All right. So I'd like you to try this one. Go ahead and pause your video. Go ahead and work on this. All right, unpause. So what I was saying is you can just replace these values. Once you get that basic equation in there, you just go ahead and replace the values. 1, 2, that's going to be 350. All right, that's going to be sort of cool to watch the thing change. 5, that's 5.06. Okay, this is 925. Okay, this is 5 and 875. This is 6 and 7. Okay, and it sort of makes the equation for you. Okay, sort of makes that equation for you a little bit. Okay, all right. All right. Now, this is how much will lumber cost by month 8. So this is months X, Y. So what did they give me? They gave me X, so I got to find Y. So I look at where X is 8, X is 8, and all right, it's about $4.12. Okay, $4.12. When will lumber be $2.50? So what did they give me? They gave me Y. I got to find X. So Y being $2.50. All right. So there's two answers obviously for this one. All right, one would be $1.38. Okay, another answer would be, what am I looking for $2.50? Okay, so on the other side of it, okay, about 8.54. Not $1.38, 8.54. These are months. Sorry. Okay, so that's about where that is. Okay, all right. You can use either or. Answer is fine. Okay, this is lapse and speed. So once again, this is X and Y. All right, and I can just, like I said, I can replace this stuff. Okay, this is 80. All right, that's 74. This is 3 and 62. Okay, this is 4 and 45. Okay, this is 5 and 59. And then I got 6 and 71. All right, so I'm zoomed out there, okay? What laps will they reach? All right, so this is miles per hour, this is Y, so I gotta find X. So find where 95 is Y, okay? If I do that, I get about 7.38, okay? All right, if you wanna go to the other way and do that one, sometimes the answers don't make sense, okay? 0.5, half a lap, okay? Either or would be fine. That's the one that's more logical. What speed will they be at lap 12? So they gave X, we gotta find Y. So lap 12, all right, where is it for X? 12 is X, scroll, all right, 279.93. It's a little extreme, but these are just made up problems, okay? All right, now let's go into the last thing. It says, given the data, if we create the model for ax squared plus bx plus c, what will the values of a and c be? The idea is that you trace this, okay? The idea is that you trace this. Now, if the graph looks like this, the a will be positive. If the graph looks like this, the a will be negative. Now, the c is representative of the y-intercept, okay? All right, if it crosses negatively, this is very similar to the correlation questions, all right? So what about this one? This would be a positive, and this would be c negative, because it's on there. So that's why this answer would be B for this one. All right, if I gave the same choices on this is what this would look like. The A would be negative, and this would cross here, the C would be positive. So A negative, C positive. So for this answer, it's that, okay? All you're looking at is basically the shape, and where does it cross the y-axis at? All right, go ahead and pause your video and try these, okay? This one, okay, this is A positive. This is up like that. That's right there is C positive. So this answer would be A for the first one. This would be like this. A would be negative, crossing down here. C would be negative. So A negative, C negative, so that would be D for this one, okay? I think that's actually pretty easy. All right, so that's going to be it for the curve fitting. Just trace along the way, make some logical choices with your answers.